They want control and power. Narcissists want control and power. Codependents want control and power. And so they are just as manipulative as narcissists. That's how I see them.
Welcome to the Secret Life Podcast. Tell me your secret. I'll tell you mine. Sometimes you have to go through the darkness to reach the light. That's what I did. After 12 years of recovery in sex and love addiction, I finally found my soulmate, myself. Please join me in my novel, Secret Life of a Hollywood Sex and Love Addict, a 4-time bestseller on Amazon. It's a brutal, honest, raw, gnarly ride, but hilarious at the same time. Check it out now on Amazon. Welcome to Secret Life Podcast. I'm Brianne Davis-Gantt. Today we're pulling back the curtains of all kinds of human secrets. We'll hear about what people are hiding from themselves or others. You know those deep, dark secrets you probably want to take to your grave? Or those lighter, funnier secrets that are just plain embarrassing? Join me each week as we take a deep dive into one subject matter, exploring the how, what, when, where, and why of it all. Get ready for a more focused, more revealing journey of the human experience. This is Secret Life, and I'm excited for you to join the ride. Today, we are talking about, dun dun dun, 7 surprising habits of a codependent that you might not realize you are doing. Oh, codependents, man. They are my faves. They are my faves because they don't realize how fucked up they are. Woohoo! They love to think they are the martyrs. They are the people on the cross. Oh, I give myself up to someone else so much. But really, I'm on my 3rd book that's coming out. I talk about the relationship between a narcissist and a codependent. And they are something they have and they do are the exact same. They want control and power. Narcissists want control and power. Codependents want control and power. And so they are just as manipulative as narcissists. That's how I see them. So here are some 7 surprising habits that a codependent that has codependency, and you might have 1 or 2 of them. I have a couple of them, and I'm not a codependent, and I have a couple of them. So look at these things. You might be doing them and go, am I trying to manipulate? Am I trying to get rid of my own anxiety, my own discomfort? So here we go. Number 1, you depend on someone else, how you feel, what they think about you. You're depending on them. You're taking cues about how you feel about yourself from them. A lot of people how does someone feel about me? It's like they have this need to soothe their own anxiety. They legit make it about how others feel about them. And that is something all codependents tend to do. They want to have others tell them how they feel about themselves so that they then don't feel anxious. It manages their own anxiety. Ooh, they go, I feel better. Because they have this overwhelming feeling of blame. How am I doing? Oh, let me look at somebody else to tell me how I feel about myself. Because their brain can't figure it out. And then also they'll ask other people, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And the advice is given, and then if it doesn't work out, they then get to blame the other people. It's called guilting. So they will use other people's decisions that were given to them, and then how that goes, the experience goes, the advice goes, they then get to blame if it doesn't work out. So none of their decisions are theirs. So how do you feel about me? Give me your advice, and then all of that gets to be turned in. If it doesn't work out, I get to blame somebody else for it. So nothing is my fault. It's all your fault. That's a huge thing that codependents like to do, a huge habit they like to do. Okay, here's the second one. Not speaking your thoughts and needs directly.
Expecting other people to be mind readers. I have done this one. I will 100%. I will look at Mark in the past, this isn't in these years, like a long time ago. I would want him to read my mind. And I would get so upset if he did not read my mind. Like, he should know what I need. I mean, when I am even dealing with some of my clients now, I'm like, they're not a mind reader. They have no fucking idea what you need. You need to tell them. And so a lot of codependents don't speak their thoughts, don't ask for what they need, because they have a fear if they speak up, they're going to be shot down. And this habit of not speaking up leads you to say yes when you actually mean no. That you are an overtly caretaker of others, that because you don't feel seen, you can't name things, you can't express your own desires and needs, therefore you lack like your own self-care. And then on the back end, you complain and whine and guilt and shame, because instead of speaking up and asking directly, that leads to anxiety. And then fewer people give you attention and support. Because who wants to fucking give an adult who complains and whines and then guilts and shames, So that's a thing. You don't speak up, and then you turn into a child, pretty much. You go into a childlike state. So that's a huge one that a lot of codependents do. They do not speak their mind of what they need, and then they, again, blame other people. Number 3, here we go. A common codependent move when they're feeling anxious and not getting what they're demanding. What do you think it is? Anger. They get angry. They often raise their voice. They raise their voice, criticize. They latch on to things they can easily get angry about. That's their way of manipulation, roping somebody else in so they don't appear to be selfish. So they'll make it and twist it and get angry and start a fight about it, which is really fascinating, because that adult brain, when they get angry because they're not getting what they want, normally they want to feel loved and cared about and affection and helping. But instead, the brain turns it into anger, and then the brain's getting that dopamine hit, that endorphin release. It's like a buffer, right? It's a buffer, and it feels like a rush, and it feels good for a minute. But really, that anger in that moment makes you afterwards then feel depleted and drained and more distance from your loved ones and the closeness you desire. And then it leads to even more anxiety after your outburst. So you think you're getting closer to what you want, using anger because you're getting some kind of hit and dopamine release, but really you're getting yourself further away from the person. Number 4, another common strategy is to abandon ship before you are abandoned. They like to hear some of the sayings I get to hear. They ignore the person who isn't giving them what they want, even when they didn't ask for it. Here's these common phrases. That's fine. I don't want a hug or a kiss from you anyways. It's like, you didn't even ask for one. Another one, fine. I wasn't even asking love from you. Forget it. I don't even want to go. It's like, what? Those kind of things you say, you didn't even, the person's confused. So not voicing that. Instead of going, can I have a hug? They abandon the ship before they are abandoned. They're not even asking for their needs. They almost punish the other person before that person abandons them. So they look pouty and look dejected. And then that person then usually goes, what's the matter? Are you okay? What's wrong? And then that inner child inside of them gets that attention. And so they feel like, oh, they actually do care. But that's actually not an adult caring. That's an emotional childhood personification caring. That's a child, not an adult way of loving. So they're getting it from a manipulative child place. And a lot of codependents do that. Number 5, another habit that they take things so personal. They make everything about them that is not about them. And they'll do it in several different ways, because They think and they feel that there's something deeply wrong with them and they don't matter. So they'll take the most common thing, the most thing they're afraid of, and they'll, in their brain, they'll jump to the conclusion it's about them. So if they have a perfectionism things, they're afraid of failing, they're not lovable, they'll take every little thing and twist it and go, they're criticizing me. They're mad at me. They don't love me. Oh, he's making fun of me. So they'll take every little thing and make it about them. Because deep down, they're so judgment of themselves and they want to do it before anybody else judges them. This habit of judging yourself because you think someone might judge you first is just a classic codependent way of thinking. It's deeply rooted in the habit. I mean, it comes down from generations of codependent trauma, that you are just this overwhelming feeling of unlovable and not feeling secure in your own self-love. Okay, here's the sixth one. Codependent showing up that I see a lot with my clients. Social anxiety. Social anxiety. They have a huge fear of being in social situations and seeing how other people react to them. It's kind of similar to the last one, but it's different because they are so scared to see themselves in other people's eyes. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be. So there's a part of them that, like I said with the last one, they will literally be like, take everything personal, take everything personal. But then when they're in a social situation, they'll judge themselves. I said that wrong. I did that wrong. I should have said it like this. And they'll second guess and overthink everything they did. I didn't mean that. They don't care about me. What did they just think when I said that? And so I always tell them, pause, think about it. Nobody's actually thinking of you that way. You're criticizing yourself. You're labeling yourself as stupid, unlovable, not worthy of love, and you rather blame and judge yourself and for not being perfect or saying it right because you want to look perfect in other people's eyes when you don't even know what other people are thinking. And that's what I always try to remind them. You have no idea what anybody else is thinking, and you trying to guess that is you trying to play God or be all powerful and manipulate. And it's another form of having power and manipulating. And you're driving yourself insane. And the last one, this is my favorite that they do. Fawning and appeasing, overly fawning, kissing ass. I'll just name it kissing ass. The fawning and appeasing to the narcissist, to the other person. They literally cannot hold a boundary. They don't even have a boundary. They cannot do it. They will overly give affection and love and fawning and appeasing to the other person. Make it all about them. Never say, like, their one job is to attend to their needs, their wants, and they'll push aside themselves. They want to make everyone else happy. It's like they will go above and beyond and fawn to someone else's needs. I want to make that happy. I want to make that child happy. I want to make that partner happy. What do they need? I'll just put myself second, like those things. And the brain and the body, literally, you cannot keep sustaining that because true happiness does not come from someone else giving it to you. Does not come from you abandoning yourself for other people. That's an inside fucking job. So even if you could make someone else happy, it's actually impossible. That person has to make themselves happy and you have to make yourself happy. So this whole thing about what does that person need? You can never give them enough. So abandoning your own boundaries, manipulating that adult, fawning is a way of manipulating other adults. It's a very strategic and smart way to abuse other adults in a nice form. I'm going to fawn all over you and tell you how amazing you are and over and over and over again. That's manipulation. That's trying to get something. That's trying to make that person so happy that I feel safe. It's coming from an inauthentic place because I want you to feel good, so I feel good because it's about me. with all these 7 habits of a codependent. The reason that codependents do this is because they feel anxiety in their body. And what I'm trying to teach my clients and people I work with, and just even my friends and family members and people in my life, it's like, you got to learn to stay in your body. Anxiety is fear of the future, right? And depression is fear of the past. And anxiety, when you want to change the outcome of someone else, you are having anxiety of what's going on with that person and fear of what's going to happen. So fear of the future. And you got to learn to sit in your body and feel it in your body, be in your body. And you got to go in your mind and go, this is what it is. This is the codependency. This is me trying to escape. This is me trying to use these habits to get out of my body. And you have to name it, acknowledge it, feel the anxiety, get real with it, and deal with it. And that is the best way to get out of these habits. Acknowledge it, feel it, name it, get real with it, and deal with it. And that is how you start breaking these horrific, very twisted, very shocking, surprising, you can get away with it, habits of codependency that a lot of people do. And I'm sure I've named a couple of them that you do because I've done them as well. Thank you for listening to Secret Life Podcast. I hope this topic helped you this week. Let me know what you want me to talk about and send it my way to secretlifepodcast@icloud.com. Until next time. Thanks again for listening to the show. Please subscribe, rate, share, or send me a note at secretlifepodcast.com. And if you'd like to check out my book, head over to secretlifenovel.com or Amazon to pick up a copy for yourself or someone you love. Thanks again. See you soon.